Hello बच्चों, let's read the question. Endosperm is formed during the double fertilization by option A is two polar nuclei and one male gamete. Second option is one polar nuclei and one male gamete. Third option is ovum and male gamete. And option fourth is two polar nuclei and two male gametes. So, endosperm, it is a nutritive tissue which is formed during double fertilization in angiosperm. So, it is a nutritive tissue. It is triploid, means its ploidy is 3N, and it provides nourishment to the developing embryo. So, its function is to provide nourishment to the developing embryo. So, now this endosperm is formed when? So, what happens during double fertilization? That one male gamete fuses with one female gamete or the egg cell, and it forms a diploid structure, as both these cells are haploid. So, they will form a diploid structure called zygote. Zygote further develops to form a multicellular embryo. Now, one pollen grain has two male gametes. So, another male gamete fuses with two polar nuclei. These two polar nuclei are present in central cell, and these polar nuclei are haploid. So, we will represent it N plus N, and they together fuse. These three nuclei, one male gamete and two polar nuclei, fuse together to form a triploid nucleus called primary endosperm nucleus. Now, what happens after this fertilization, which is called triple fusion, as it involves three nuclei? The central cell of embryo sac, this is an embryo sac, synergids, egg cell. So, egg cell after fusion with the male gamete forms the zygote. Synergids, they get degenerate. Antipodal cells get degenerate. Now, this central cell, which was earlier having two polar nuclei, they have fused with the male nucleus to form a triploid structure. Now, this triploid structure is called PEN. So, after this event, this central cell, this larger cell, central cell, develops and it forms a tissue which is called endosperm. So, now if we see the statements or options here, then endosperm is formed by the central cell when two polar nuclei and one male gamete fuse, as I represented the situation here, that one male gamete fuses with two polar nuclei, it forms PEN, and after this, the central cell transforms or develops to form the endosperm. So, endosperm is formed when two polar nuclei fuses with one male gamete. So, option A is the right answer. All the best, bachcho.